Slava Jesus Christus, Slava Navika, glory be to Jesus Christ, glory be forever. This is Father Basil again. And, I haven't been consistent in doing my podcast the last little while. Lots on my mind, lots on my plate. There's endless year school liturgies I've been doing and lots of traveling for my church services in the summer, prosniks and all that. But again, I'll try to be more consistent in doing my school liturgies, my podcasts in the future. And it's kind of a sad week for me because tomorrow is the anniversary of the passing of our first child. My wife and I had a child, Serafina, who died at birth. And I took my son Sam today to the graveyard to see his sister and then the two other siblings he had that we buried because of their my wife miscarried. And it's tough. It's tough when you go through those times in your life where there's a lot of heartache, a lot of suffering. And as a priest, as a married priest, I'm not immune to suffering for sure. There's a lot, through marriage, just the suffering and the heartaches you have in life, and you have to deal with so much stuff going on with family members and the society around you. But through all this that has happened in life, it's where your faith has to show through, where you're trusting God, where your understanding of where you stand in God's love. This morning when I was doing my school liturgy, I talked about that to the students, talked about how we have to show God's love throughout our lives and to help each other. Every person we meet in this world, every person we encounter is in the image and likeness of God. And we sometimes forget that, because we often are so critical of other people. We are critical even of our loved ones, the ones closest to us. And we forget how we are all made in the image and likeness of God, and how we have to encourage one another, help one another to turn back to God, to turn back to His mercy and forgiveness. So that's one thing I think we should remember, that God is going to be there throughout all our sufferings. God's going to be there throughout all of our turmoil that we have in this life. And, it might seem like God is not listening to us. It might seem like God has deserted us. But we know that's not true. That can never be true, because God is always going to be there and to lead us to salvation. That's our whole goal in life, is to be with God forever. Nothing else matters. Nothing really else matters at all in this world except for being with God forever. So that's just a reminder. Okay. God bless you. Have a good day.